Working on the Rubik's Cube, and right now we're working on getting the middle layer completed. You can see that there's a piece there that's out of place and a piece here that's out of place. And this is a situation you can get yourself in sometimes, that there isn't a piece, an edge piece in the top layer that you're trying to get down, that you can position and put down. You've got to get the two pieces, or this one, and we've got to bump them out, and when we do, they'll move up to the top layer. But we do that just by starting anywhere. Like, we're going to move this piece here, is what we're going to do. We're going to move this top piece over to the right, and when we do that, this piece here will show up in the top layer, and then it'll just mean multiple times to try. So let's take this piece down here just so we can knock it out of this place so that we can actually get it in the right position. So if we're going to move this piece here, we're going to start by turning it away. We're going to turn this side up and away. Then we're going to turn it back and turn it back and turn this top piece one more time. And then we're going to turn this up this way. And this time you can see that the two green pieces show up on the right hand side, which is the side we're working with this time. And we turn this top layer around so that the three greens line up, and then the last step is to turn them down on the bottom, and you can't see any of that. Sorry about that. So what happened is this blue and white piece came down here, and our orange and white one came out. So if it's orange, it's going to go on this side, lining those two up, and the white's going to come over here. So it's also going to go to the right. You see that? We want this piece to go this side. So we're going to start by turning it away from where we want it to go, turn this side up, turn this back, turn this back, turn this back one more time. Then we turn our front face up to get the two greens, turn the top face around to get them lined up, and then we turn that down on the bottom. And right now, oops, nope, gotta go fix this guy up. So we see in our top layer there's a red piece with a white piece. He doesn't belong there. In the end, our top layer, each piece up here is going to have some blue in it. So we know this one doesn't belong in the top layer because it doesn't have any blue in it. So this guy, we should line up all the whites together, and then we can envision that this piece is going to come over here. So we need it to move to the right. Since we want it to move to the right, we're going to turn it to the left. We're going to turn the right up. We're going to turn it back, turn this back down, turn the top one more time in that direction, turn the front face around to get the two greens over here, turn the top this way, and turn it down. And you can see now our middle layer is complete. You can see we've solved the first two layers, and now we're working on the upper layer. The first step in solving the upper layer is to form a blue cross. You can see blue is on top now. I hope you can see that that's blue. And we will form a blue cross. The way to do that is we got to position it in our hands properly. You have blue on top and a blue on the right and front face, like that. You see, this is my right face and this is the front face. So what we'll do is, it's called rough. And the rough part is inverted. So fru is F, which means our front. F, R, U. And now we do rough, but they're all inverted, so it's R inverted, U inverted, F inverted. And when we do that, we get a line like this with a blue in the front. And we do the same thing again. We say fru and rough. Fru. F, R, U. And then the rough is inverted. R inverted, U inverted, F inverted. And you can almost see the screen here. It needs to go back on the bottom, so we turn that back around. So fru rough is kind of how I remember it, and it gives us a blue cross on the top. Now we're going to work on getting these pieces in the right places. We have a blue cross, but this one happens to be in the right place, but you know, this one's not, because if it were, it would be red right here, and this one's not. So what you do to get these edge pieces, now we're going to rotate them to get in the right places. And first spin this around so that the red is in the proper place, and we're going to get this one, we're going to work on this one first. So holding it with red in the front face, we say R, U, R inverted. Okay, we say R, U, R inverted, U, R, U, U, R inverted. Okay, and now you can see that the red is in the right place, the yellow is in the right place, and actually on this particular time, this happens every once in a while but not all the time, the orange is in the right place and the yellow. It seems as if whenever I'm teaching somebody, the easy way turns up, and so I miss being able to teach you everything. What would normally happen if this red, you know, we had red in place first, we got yellow. A lot of times when yellow's in place, we turn it around, hold it with white in front, and do it again. Fru, no, not fru, R inverted, R, U, R inverted. And then sometimes we even have to twist the top layer to get all the pieces in the right place. But right now, these edge pieces of the upper layer are in their proper place. To work on the corners. First we'll have to get them in the proper location, and then we'll work on flipping them or orienting them to where they're oriented properly in there once they get in their location. So one of the things we do here is we look around to see if there is one corner that is in the right spot, and it doesn't have to be oriented right. This one's in the right spot because this is a white and a red, and white and red. So this guy's in the right spot. We're going to hold him in the upper right hand corner because these other corners are going to, with this algorithm, they're going to move around. And I gotta take a little break. Hold on. Okay, I haven't done this in a while, so I had to take a peek at my instructions. Okay, this one's in the right place, so we're going to hold that in the upper right corner. And our algorithm is kind of like the other one. It is called, you're going to say U, R, U inverted, L inverted, U, R inverted, U inverted, L. And when I do that one, I think it's kind of interesting as you're learning to do that step, when you can, focus on the pattern with the green. Sometimes you can focus on that and it kind of helps you know what to do next if you forget. Remembering that green is always going to end up on the bottom. Well, right now, let's see if they're all in the right place. You know, this is white and red, which that looks good. This one's red and yellow, which looks good. This one's already oriented in the right place. And so all the top corners are in the right location. Now all we have to do is flip them. Okay, this step isn't too hard. The only problem is that sometimes we make a mistake on this and you have to start all the way over. So you have to be real careful in doing this step that you don't mess up. And I have a little thing that helps me. To orient the corner, let's start with, I'm going to start with red in front. This corner needs to be flipped. So the one we're working on is always going to be in this upper right corner. And this is similar to the green corners algorithm. It's R inverted, down inverted, R, D. And you're going to do that over and over again until this one's positioned the way you want. Okay? And then when it is, you're just going to rotate the upper layer clockwise until the next corner that needs fixing is in this spot, and you're going to do that algorithm again. The way people usually mess up is when they're doing their algorithm, they forget it's R inverted, down inverted, R, D. They forget that D. So one of the things that I do is because I can remember that it's R inverted, down inverted, R, D, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I make sure I do all 4 steps. Let me just go ahead and do this and show you how it works. I'm going to start by orienting this one. It's going to be R inverted, down inverted, R, D. It's not quite right yet. R inverted, down inverted, R, D. And now it is. Can you see that? So, keeping that red in front, and you look, it looks like it's all messed up, but don't sweat that. Don't worry about it. Keep it in the same orientation with red in front if that's how you started. Rotate this around. This one's good, so keep rotating it. This one needs fixing. So let's do our algorithm. R inverted, down inverted, R, D. Not yet. R inverted, down inverted, R, D. You gotta remember that D. That looks good. That one's good. And again, don't worry that it all looks sort of undone. Got red faces in front. We're going to turn this to the final corner that we need to get done here. This one needs to be flipped. So we say R inverted, down inverted, R, D. R inverted, down inverted, R, D. And you know what? When you see them all like that, it means you've completed the Rubik's Cube. Congratulations. I hope you can, I hope this will help you learn to solve a Rubik's Cube.